Hello, everybody. I'm sure you guys have seen the title, have heard my announcement from yesterday, 7:30 at 7:30 Is it 7:30 a.m. around 7:30, around early in the morning, probably late afternoon. I'm not entirely sure. I don't exactly remember. Laugh out loud. Anyways, um, you guys probably want to know why is this guy get so emotionally passionate over this kind of stuff. Well, for starters, these things that I grew up watching and a lot of these characters, a lot of these sports teams mean a lot to me. They have meant a lot to me for many, many years. Um, I think it's time I told you the real reason why I get so emotionally passionate and defensive over this type of stuff. For starters, I was bullied a lot growing up as a kid. Um, Kids never really respected my interests. They never really respected me. They always saw me as a piece of garbage. Um, they always saw me as a piece of garbage. They saw me as like a worthless nothing, a nobody, that type of stuff. And the one thing I was often called the most was the R word, retarded. And it was because of the tics, the stimming that I would do because of my disabilities that I have. And I was often, harassed because of my interests and because I was different. Would always say stuff like this character sucks, this team sucks for most of the time for no legitimate intelligent reason, just to get a rise out of me. And so I apologize if I'm so quick to defend my love for the Jets, my love for the Yankees, my love for Superman. Plus, I really don't like being harassed in such a way where I kind of felt where I'm forced to tell you, where I'm kind of like have to change my opinion on these characters. Now, like I know Big Fella may be a nice guy, but for him to constantly harass me about my love for Superman is just freaking ridiculous. I get it, he's Superman may not be his cup of tea, but if you can't see, understand, nor respect the fact that people love this character, then you got problems. Plus, for him to say that it's okay to dislike Superman, hold on one second. Hold on. Um, so I love the character, and I know that everyone's not gonna like him. I know not everyone is not gonna be interested in superheroes, and I don't really give a crap about that. I never did. My issue is the person in terms of how they express themselves and their reasons. Like, for example, and you probably have heard this before. I've never heard anyone's. This to me is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my life. They say Superman's a terrible fictional character because he's unrealistic. My response to that is no shit, he's unrealistic. He's supposed to be. He's not real. He's make believe. In terms of realistic and logic, he's a bullshit person. The shit he does in the DC, and not only in DC but in comic fiction, can't be duplicated in real life because that's not even possible. But this is fantasy. In fantasy, any logic and realism are pretty much thrown out the window. That to me right there is just stupid. People say, "Oh, I don't like Superman. He's a terrible fictional character." Okay, why? Why do you think he's terrible? Because he's unrealistic. And my response is, he's supposed to be. Now, when I was in high school, I was often picked on for being a fan of the Jets. A lot of the kids hated the Jets, especially a lot of the kids that were ashholes Giant fans. And I don't hate the Giants. If you guys who don't know, I do have some of a soft spot for the Giants because of what they were able to do in the 2007 2008 season and in the Super Bowl. That to me earned them my respect, caused them to earn my respect. And plus, my grandfather grew up a Giants fan, so that helps. And um, um, I have been a fan of baseball first. Baseball, for those who don't know, is my favorite sport of all time. It was the first sport that I really legitimately played. I mean, yes, I did play basketball, but I mostly just ran up and down the court because I was a young kid. I was very hyper. My ADHD was at its highest at that point, and I was just running up and down the court. But the baseball that I really felt like I truly played, other than bowling, was baseball. Was I a Derek Jeter? Was I a Tony Gwynn? No. But I did my job. I felt like I did what I had to do, and I got the job done. Yeah, there was one time where I got a nice hit. Yeah, I got him out. I got him out. I got him out. But that was one thing. But baseball was the first sport I fell in love with, and baseball was the first sport I ever watched on television, and it'll never change. Close a second place, comes football, American football. I know some people call American football handball, which is fine. Everyone's entitled to their take on it. But, it is what it is. I'm very passionate about the things that I love because A, they helped me, kept me out of trouble. They've made me happy most of the time. Sometimes these things piss me the fuck off, don't get me wrong. But a lot of the times they kept me out of trouble. My love for Superman and me trying to follow in his example kept me away from acting like a lot of the kids that I went to middle school with. Let me tell you, a lot of the kids I went to middle school with were bad fucking news, man. They acted like criminals, degenerates, gangsters. They were bad freaking news. They were not good people. And they kind of struck a lot of fear into my soul. And for many, 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 many years, I was a shell of myself. My mother used to say, what happened to my happy little boy? What happened to Mr. Mayor? Because when I was a kid, I was so social. I would go out, talk to people regardless of who and what they were. I did those things. But when I went to middle school, man, they made me a shell of myself for, I'm not even kidding you guys. And this is something that may surprise you. I entered a state of depression. Um, um, trying to think here. So, um, damn, I just lost my train of thought. Drink some water. And and shit. I'm trying to think. And I would spend most of my time on my fat ass locked up in my room, shoved my face into my computer. No bullshit. I rarely went out for walks. I didn't even socialize and fully socialize or hang out with my kids that I was friendly with in high school. It took me a long, long ass time to come out of that shell. I had to go to therapy. I had to find better therapists. I had to find better friends, which I was able to do. And I had to get some rude awakenings in my life. And during that time where I was a shell of myself, it has damaged my relationship with my parents. Part of me feels guilty, part of me feels responsible. Don't get me wrong, we still love each other, but I feel our relationship is not the same that it once was. And part of me is to blame for that. I do feel that way. Um, but you know, um, One time when I reported a potential food fight, I heard things are in the hallways that kids were contemplating, were thinking about threatening me and my family. That got me sad. That got me upset. And when I went to when I went to band practice, one of the kids there, who was one of the biggest bitches I've ever met, though she would pass away in a car accident although even though she would end up years later, I mean, a few years ago, she passed away in a motor car accident. And part of me, I know it's messed up to say, part of me feels kind of glad she's gone because she wasn't a nice person to me. But when I came up to try to put my stuff on the drum, she would come up and block them as she was an offensive lineman in the NFL. And I'm like, what are you doing? I said, stitches get stitches. You snitch on a food fight. No one likes snitches. And I'm like, are you serious right now? Part of me felt I was doing the right thing, but then the kids that I was with, as I was saying, a lot of kids that I socialized with in middle school were not cool people. And part of me wanted to befriend a couple of those kids, and it kind of gave me a real harsh dose of reality. Don't It kind of opened my eyes a little bit, the type of people you'll encounter in this world. And um that you're not always gonna meet nice people. You're gonna meet some weird freaking ducks in this world, man. That's the bitch of reality. And you know, um that was pretty much one of the huge pain in the asses of growing up as a kid. And that was it. And plus, a lot of kids felt I wasn't allowed to showcase my expressions, showcase my freedom of speech or be myself. And it kind of corrupted me for many years. So yeah, I mean, hold on one second, I'll be right back. Sorry about that, guys. I was just talking with my mom about some stuff. Don't worry, it's nothing bad. Everything's fine. Anyways, um, so yeah, I went through it more so emotionally and spiritually and psychologically. Hurt me for a very long time. But luckily, no, as I got older, as I went through better therapy, as I found better people to be friends with, it kind of healed me in a lot of ways. And um um I am good that I have you guys. But anyway, another reason why I'm so passionate about things that I love, other than my trauma and they kept me out of trouble, is because they mean so much to our pop culture. A lot of these characters and teams have stood the test of time. They've lasted this long. And I understand everyone has their own interests, everyone has their own opinions, everyone has their own likes and dislikes, and all that type of stuff. But the thing is, um, you know, I'm sorry. Going through so much thoughts in my head. That's another thing that drives me crazy. I've always felt that the success of these characters, the success of these companies and teams means so much to not only America people, but people throughout the world, even in countries you wouldn't even expect. Like, for someone to say that, Superman is irrelevant, I think personally there are some things I disagree with. But the thing another that takes me off about other people that they sometimes they come across that they refuse to listen. They think whatever comes out of my mouth is the gospel. I'm not that type of person. When I do these movie reviews, video game reviews, TV show reviews, or just talk about some stuff, I don't expect everyone to agree with me. But they have to respect me. They have to understand where I'm coming from. And they don't have to like what I have to say, but what I say comes from my heart. What I say comes from my gut. My thoughts are my own. It's not like I'm a puppet or a robot where I'm programmed to say this or do this. That's not how I roll. I'm not the type of person to change my beliefs and opinions to someone to like me. I never was that type of person, and that to me is just stupid to do. I got the stupid ad on right. Sometimes I wonder if this thing's on right. But you know, I'm also a very emotional and sensitive person. And I know some people are like, you don't have a sense of humor. Of course I have a sense of humor. It's just there are times where I want to be serious, I want to be serious. And sometimes I don't think people really understand why you want to be serious at a time like this, because I choose to be. I like being funny, I like being, stupid and silly. But there are times where I feel like when I feel like I have to be serious, I have to be serious. And I like goofing around. I goof around with my best friend, who I love like a brother, in Colin. But I tell him when I want to be serious, I want to be serious, and he understands me. You know, that's the way I do things. And I know that there's gonna be some hardships being on the internet, like when I did my Denzel Washington that I want. Then I about Denzel. Bleh, can't even talk. When I when I did my video about me wanting Denzel Washington to play the Blue Marvel in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, there was an asshole that said your opinion doesn't matter. And I deleted his comment and I probably banned him. But the thing is, I learned better from my mistakes. And there was another account where I came across an asshole's troll. I was on these forums for like several plus years. And when the first trailer of the first Insomniac Spider-Man came out, I was all hyped, I was happy and shit. And then there was just one asshole that kept crapping all over the character of Spider-Man for no legitimate intelligent reason. And as soon as I showed my love, support, and defense for the character, the first thing he called me was a retarded fanboy. Right then and I got arguing about this and this. Like, we were acting like a fucking little kids. And then eventually the dude got banned because he was an asshole. He was a troll. He was making fun of people. He was harassing people. He was calling people dicks and shit. He was being a real asshole. I don't like that. I don't care who you like, who you dislike. Just be respectful, man. That's all I care about. If you don't like the Son of Jarrell, if you don't like the House of L, that's fine. That's your choice. That's your problem. That's something you gotta deal with. Like, if someone wants to vote for Donald Trump, that's their business. You don't, that's your choice and your problem. That's the way I feel about it. I don't like people, and, it makes me sick to my stomach that and a lot of these issues, another thing that makes me so sensitive about a lot of these things is that I'm sorry, hold on one moment. I'm sorry, I was just looking at something real quick. But a lot of these social division in our divisiveness in our world is really upsetting me. Because when I was raised to be a loving, caring, respectful person, I'm not trying to shove religion down anybody's throats, but being born and raised Catholic, I thank God every day that I have a loving family, that I have a good brother. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. Um, 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 and it's really getting me because I was raised to be such a loving person and respectful person. Like, one time when I went to Costco, I saw an older gentleman wearing an Obama hat. He said, "I'm sorry if I offended you." I'm like, "No, you didn't." Look, personally, me and my father have our own different opinions about Obama, but I'm not gonna go and attack or insult someone who voted for the man because that's not my place. It's not how I was raised. That's not what I believe in. Like, if you decide to go in to a Taco Bell and wear an Etrigan t-shirt, or you wear a Marvel shirt, I'm not going to say you're wrong. I love Marvel, I love DC, but there's a lot of things that I love. So I don't care. Or if you want to walk in with an RFK hat, that's not going to piss me off. And to me, it shouldn't. But of course, we live in a world full of freaking wackos. It's disgusting. I mean, it's just insane the type of world that we live in. That's what's also driving me nuts. And those are just some of the things I just wanted to discuss today during the stream. I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from. I hope I didn't upset or anger any of you guys. But I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from. So, you guys can talk to me now. Or better yet, I'll open up the stream for call-ins. Let's see if so you guys want to come in and talk to me? That'd be perfect. Hope I did. Nah. That was. Who the hell? She was fucking. No. No. And I know a lot of people. Uh, 6:45. Yeah, I got a couple hours left. Hey, Dewey. Three are watching. Good set. That was a. That was some. Yo. Oh, that was a bad fart. Oh shit. Hello, Gator.
What's up, Charles?
Charles.
Yes.
Charles, what's up, buddy?
I feel good. How are you guys?
Good.
We're just having lunch. I want some chicken soup.
Where's the riveting question? Actually, Jake does need chicken soup, Charles, for once. It's not really
My
a joke.
voice is shot.
His voice is shot.
Look, I will apologize to Lane Train. I think I really misunderstood him.
Oh, we're just messing with you, bud.
I just finished my little speech that I gave a little while ago.
Hey, Charles, I'm going to do an impersonation now. You want to hear it? Listen.
Go ahead. Is that of me?
Who am I?
You gotta do one of these.
Me.
I love you, buddy. You know I kid. I don't.
How you doing, Gator?
I love you, man. You're great. I enjoy you, and You just got him a clown. Go on, Snoopy.
You guys still in Vegas?
We're in Vegas, baby.
Yeah, we're going live. What time?
3:45.
6:45 your time, Charles.
Yeah, we'll be up for like 5 hours, man. It'll be crazy.
What time is the draft tonight? 8 o'clock or 7?
7.
Oh shit! I thought it was 8. Well, my dad's working from 7 to 11 at ShopRite in Edison, so will my brother.
Where's Dennis Gorman?
My dad's downstairs talking to my mom, and I prefer if you please call my father Mr. Gorman because he doesn't know you personally.
Where's Mr. Gorman?
You
He's
know what?
downstairs
You still have
talking
to
to my
meet your
mom.
too. Charles, you still have to meet your mom and get the real.
I would love you guys to, but my parents are, they're picky people sometimes.
Well, I tell you, yeah, my parents would enjoy him. Nonsense.
I've never been to Vegas. How is this your? How many times have you been to Vegas, guys?
This is my first time.
I thought you were in it last year.
It was AI Jake Asman. It wasn't actually me.
That's crazy.
Charles, Red Diddy's been there, Vegas, way too many times.
Hey,
Is
Charles.
Rat Diddy still pissed at me?
Hey, Charles.
Who, me?
We got to go get
Oh, you're
ready
Rat
for the-
Diddy?
Dude, I'm Red Diddy.
Holy shit! I don't remember. Oh my god.
I'm not mad at you, buddy.
Oh,
Why am I mad at you? I
sorry.
think the whole little cake in the back, the way you kind of shit on Lane.
I don't shit on Lane. I just. Is Knoble going to be an undrafted free agent? I think he's going to be one.
Yeah, that's just the subject.
I think he gets picked tonight.
Hey, Charles, we got to go because our food's getting cold and we got to go live soon. So, wanted to say hello and wish you luck with your channel. Good
Thank
to see
you. Thank you.
Call in tonight, Charles. We'll talk to you then.
I'll try. Thank you.
Take care, buddy.
Bye. I didn't know I was Rat Diddy. I'm such a dumbass. This is. So I. If you're not, I apologize. I've been farting all day. That's my. That I was. One time there's a beat. And one time I came. I go to school. I go. He's looking like, John, who would you beat up? And the thing I was punching was like hard. I wouldn't say it was exactly as hard. I paused the shit. And it was big. It was not. I'm like, I'm too. I was fine. This is heavy. I'm fin- Yes, indeed, Boomtown. Why don't you call in, buddy? I fucking. I,
So what's doing with you, Ed? Are you working tonight or tomorrow? At ShopRite? Yes. If you can do that, I don't want any dust today. I'm gonna put this stuff in the closet. This house is too much. Give me that shirt.
oh,
That one.
I forgot to put it in the striped bag
When are you doing your laundry?
when it grows legs.
Oh, probably.
Oh, there's Johnny.
Hey, what's
Hey,
up,
Johnny.
buddy?
How are you?
I'm doing well, man. Hey, I just want to come up here real quick and shout you out for you kind of like telling us a little bit about yourself and all that and what you went through. Just know, man, you got a bunch of guys that are out here that have your back, and we
Thank you.
appreciate the content that you put out here. I mean, it is a giant community. You know, I mean, you know me, man. I'm a big goofball and whatnot, and I mess around and all that. But that's how we've been. I mean, I've been rocking with you since your first stream. So you're doing good, man. Keep it up, bro. And you know,
Your work was good today? Everybody was good today?
Thank you, Johnny. Thank you. How's the family holding up?
everybody's good. Everybody's chilling. I got my little man in the back over here somewhere.
Hey, little man. Be good to your daddy, all right?
He's over here being crazy, you know. So, but I wanted to come up here. What you think about our pick last night?
I loved it. I wanted to pick. My dad and I were strong believers in building a wall. And I had a feeling Joe All wasn't going to be there. He was going to be a top 5 pick. Yes.
We're getting Chinese food. How much do you want?
I'll have Chinese food too.
What do you want?
I want a souffle. I'm just kidding.
Beef
I'll
and-
have chicken with broccoli and white rice
nice.
and an egg roll.
Okay, so that's what? A small one or a large one?
Small one.
Okay.
Is that your mom?
You want-
That's my mom, yeah.
Tell her I said hi.
No problem, I will. Trying to think now. Olufashano to me, from his facial features, he kind of looks like Brickashaw Ferguson, but not completely.
He does.
But I think he's going to be a good player. I mean, obviously, you can't label anyone a franchise player until they develop. I definitely agree with Nick. And, look, the kid was great at Penn State. Obviously, Penn State, they play against major competition. They go up against the big boys. And, that was the right pick. I mean, people wanted Bowers. People wanted a Dunze. They wanted this guy. They wanted that guy. I'm like, dude, that's one. This is a need, not only for this year, but for the future.
Of course. And I like it too because, you know how the New York media is, dude. They're freaking dogs, bro. They're like rabid dogs. They're gonna just jump on you if you do one thing wrong. And this takes that pressure off of him to be able to go, bro. If we could get 10 to 15 years of a all-pro freaking left tackle for the rest of his career, dude, that's a freaking
Home run pick.
fun, bro. It's a home run pick, dude. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what we're gonna do.
Hopefully, we trade up to get a wide receiver.
Yeah,
I know. What's the guy? Wilson?
Roman Wilson's still there. Yeah, you're right. Yep.
Is he from Washington?
No, I think he's in Michigan. I think he's Michigan, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, we'll see what happens, man.
I'm not 100% sure, but I mean, dude, it's crazy that AD Mitchell dropped. So that's good because that means Lad McConkey could drop. as well. I mean, there's just a lot of players. There's a lot of freaking linemen
Who's
that are
McConkey
out
from
there.
Georgia?
Yeah, he's from Georgia.
All right. Well, let's see what we do, man. I mean, I always hope for the best. Got to be optimistic. I know we Jet fans, we've done some blunderish things over the years. But we've also made some good picks, too.
Yeah. But hey, Charles, you're a good dude. Keep doing this, man. We're here to support you. I look forward to seeing more of your superhero streams and all that. Because, dude, I watch them. I'm a giant nerd, bro. Not many people know that, but I truly am. I'm excited. Did you see that they're talking about making a brand new live action X-Men, the reboot of it?
Yeah, with the MCU, yeah.
So that's gonna be pretty cool. And yeah, so I hope you can hear my son. He's saying, yeah, I'm ready to watch Deadpool and Wolverine.
I can't wait for that.
I cannot wait for that. Did you see the trailer?
I did. I loved it.
I loved it, dude. It looks so freaking good, man. So I'm excited to see, and hopefully when that movie comes out and you watch it, you'll make a little a
Review?
video.
I will, yes. I'm going to see Kung Fu Panda 4 tomorrow.
Nice. It's a good one, man. It's really funny. Jack Black is hilarious.
Oh, Jack Black's the man.
Yeah, of course. Agreed. So, all right, Charles, keep your head up, man. Don't let the negativity, fester or anything. You be a bird, bro, and you fly.
Yes, sir.
Like the guy in the back. Later, dude.
Same here. Sweet kid. Johnny's son can't wait for the just straight up into the second round tonight. Charles. Hey, big fella. Oh, I got some big the time's so fucking burnt. Yeah, a little bit. No problem, big fellow. No. I fucking almost burnt my tongue. Oh, man. I'm a huge... I know how. He's got. It's like calling someone. I know it may seem like why you looking up to my phone. Because it's well, we don't. I'm not saying you. Batman is the best. It's like joy. Forget. Thank you, big fella. I appreciate that. Oh man, feels so good. I've been a super. I've said. Uh, if you know who to have you. You know, it's funny. I know as much. I always felt because I mean, as a true. Thank you. He's not. Yes.
You want a large one too, right, Ken?
Thank you, big fella. Really appreciate that. Let me see. Hold on. Charles, for tonight, do you have any particular player position you want the Jets to target? Drive one of the big name wide receivers that are still available. Like, I wasn't against a playmaker / weapon in the first round, but I was like, we need depth. And I explained that on Ian's channel in the comment section. I said, what screwed us the past several years wasn't just bad old linemen, it was bad depth. We need good old linemen and good depth. That's what helped us when we went to those first two AFC, when we went to back-to-back AFC championship games in 09 and 010, in 2009 and 2010, we had good depth and we had good old linemen. That's what helped us. So I'd say get a weapon like a Roman. Let's see if Roman. Let me look up Roman Wilson real quick. Is he from North? No, not Notre Dame. Is he from Michigan? Football wide receiver. Yeah, he's from Michigan. Hey, King Jamie, what's up, buddy? Great round one for the Chiefs and the Jets. You guys took Xavier Worthy. I completely forgot. I thought he was going to be a second round pick. I didn't know you guys were going to take up to get him. But that was a good pick. I was surprised you were willing to swap with Buffalo. Swap picks with Buffalo, excuse me. But yeah, I think. Oh my God, Jamie! You guys. There's a reason why they were for years. You guys were called the Legion of Zoom because you guys were like fucking speedsters out there. You guys have your own flashes. He is so freaking fast. Yeah, he is fast. I know this is a swamp us for the pick we took. But yeah, I remember that. But I'm also happy you guys. Like Superman pre-ejaculating. You with your anti-Superman shit. Anyway, they gotta be pissed. I think my dad said last night. I think the Bills are trying to gather up more picks. And look, obviously Stephon Diggs is a pain in the ass, but he's a tremendous talent. Other than Brian Dable, Stephon Diggs was a humongous reason why Josh Allen became a better quarterback. But we'll see what the hell happens, man. I mean, I can't fucking wait for the draft at 7 o'clock. And are you playing Christmas music? No. Oh, okay. I can't fucking wait, man. I mean, look. Oh shit. Message. What the hell? I like Wiggins at corner. Oh, didn't Wiggins. Who took Wiggins? No, Dewey. I'll be going to the Jake Asman show. Wiggins. Somebody take him? Yeah, King Jamie. He was taken. Nate Wiggins went to the Baltimore Ravens. He's very fast. He's supposed to be one of the best cornerbacks in the draft. I know the Eagles took what many people regard as the best corner from Toledo. I actually still can't believe that Chris Canty mocked us had us picking a corner. I'm like, I understand Chris Canty, he won a Super Bowl with the Giants, but he really wasn't that great of a football player. Oh no, the Ravens don't need Darnell. Hell yeah, they do. Against your spitty motherfuckers, yeah, they do. No disrespect, King G, man. Got nothing but respect for the Chiefs, but you guys are dead, are wanted. You guys won the Super Bowl, 2019, 2022, and this past season. You guys won the Super Bowl 3 of the last 5 years. That's a freaking dynasty, man. That's a freaking dynasty. You guys are, I'm not saying dead men, but you guys are wanted men. You know what I'm saying? That's fucking. Rich is like, preach, Charles. Thank you, Rich. I appreciate. Yeah, man. And this year I was rooting for you, Jeff, to feel this too. What hurt us last year? Look, I know people want to shit on Zach Wilson. They want to shit on Hackett. But the thing is, what screwed us, I felt what screwed us the most more than our quarterback play was our offensive line and our offensive line depth. We got fucking manhandled up front last year. I mean, especially towards we get the Dolphins when they put up a combined total of 64 points. 34 in the first game on Black Friday, 30 the second time. Got to get me some Charles food you getting tonight. Got me to get some dumplings myself. You know, I love wonton soup. I like dumplings. My mother likes the dumplings too. But what I love from getting from Chinese, I've been a fan of this type of soup since I was a kid. It's called wonton soup. I love wonton soup. I know you guys like to laugh at me and not laugh at me. Like to, always ask for my mom's chicken soup recipe, but I always like soup. I always like soup a lot. I've always been a fan of soup, especially chicken soup, obviously. But the Dutch shouldn't, as long as they keep Tua. I don't think Tua's a bad player. I'm not saying he's a great player. He just gets hurt a lot, Tua. I like dumpling. It might be beef. I have no idea. But it's damn good, though. Hell yeah, Charles. Me either. Hello, Swamp Ranger. How are you? I'm surprised. This is probably the most I've had in quite a long time. Probably since my Superman 86th anniversary live stream. Don't worry. I will do another Superman marathon around 2028 when we celebrate his 90th anniversary. Yeah, that character's been around a long ass freaking time. And do not worry, next month, starting up probably the second or third week in May, I'll do Batman week, but depends on my schedule. Depends on where I feel comfortable, okay? My least favorite. Batman week hype, yeah. It's funny. I totally forgot that Batman's anniversary was March 8th. It was March 30th. Boom's Batman. What? I don't understand you, Rich. What do you mean Boom's Batman? I know a lot of people are kind of surprised I like Superman more than Batman, but it's not like a big ass gap. It's like about an inch or two. But let me tell you, when I do Batman week, there are some things I'm gonna want to talk about in regards to Batman. Boom's out is Batman. Who do you think the Jets are taking tonight? Shh, don't reveal my secret identity. All right, King Jamie. I may stop over Richie's channel too, so to see how he's doing. But take care, Rich. But take care, Jamie. What do you think the Jets are taking tonight? I think it should be a wide receiver. I would like to see a wide receiver. If we get another offensive lineman, I wouldn't be upset. That would make me somewhat happy, but I want a wide receiver. Because Allen Lazard has disappointed me tremendously last year. What are your thoughts on last night's draft? But Robin's a little bitch. Which Robin? There's like so many Robins, dude. I love the original Robin, Dick Grayson. I love Tim Drake. Wasn't crazy. Jason Todd's better as the Red Hood. I'm not crazy about Damian. So which Robin are you talking about? I love Nightwing. I think Dick Grayson is Batman's great. I may talk about that during Batman week. But who knows? Maybe I won't. Charles, what is your biggest takeaways from the draft? I always felt the Giants should have I think I'm happy the Giants took a wide receiver because they needed wide receiver help. The very first Robin, no, he wasn't.
Edward, do you need a robe? No.
But the rest of it, you don't like Tim Drake?
Then do you need a robe?
How would you become a DC super fan?
Where are all these robes? The shop has got a contact.
It was mostly through the classic Superman cartoons from the 40s, 50s, and 60s. The Christopher Reeve Superman films.
So now somebody's gonna see me down putting clothes on.
I'll turn the camera off. There. Anyway, let's see. Mostly through a lot of the classic DC related cartoons and TV shows from the 40s, 50s, and 60s. Especially the Super Friends cartoons from the 70s and 80s. That was literally my first introduction. That was like literally my first introduction to DC. Then, of course, but to me, I still think to this day the greatest adaptation of the DC Comics franchise is the DC animated universe. You know, Batman, the animated series, the new Batman Adventures, Superman, the animated series, Static Shock, Batman Beyond, Justice League Unlimited. Those shows, in my opinion, were the shiznit. So, yeah. Was Batman and Robin featuring Mr. Freeze the worst iteration of Batman ever? Absolutely, without question. George Clooney, I don't think is a good actor. Chris O'Donnell's okay, but I'm actually happy he redeemed himself in NCIS. Was it Los Angeles?
No, FBI Most Wanted.
I said Chris O'Donnell.
Which one is that one? Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Chris O'Donnell,
Yeah,
I
now
was
that's-
happy he
that's
redeemed
okay.
himself on
Did
NCIS
you
Los
win
Angeles.
this already again?
Yes, I did.
You won them again this week.
Yes.
Okay.
NCIS Los Angeles. Bane was done atrociously, and Uma Thurman's a tremendous talented actress, but the writing in that movie was bad. And Arnold Schwarzenegger, look, he's one of the greatest action stars of all time, but he's no Mr. Freeze. Charles, thoughts on the Red Hood, the Red Hat, or the Red Hood? He's an interesting character. He's not one of my favorites. I mean, my favorites of the Batman family, outside of Batman himself, are Dick Grayson, Tim Drake, and Barbara Gordon. And Cassandra Cain. Forgot her, too. Yes, with LL Cool J. I talked about the Red Hood, big fella, so don't worry about him. LS with LL Cool J. Yeah, that was a good series. My family really loves the NCIS franchise. You know, the one that's been mostly executive produced by Mark Harmon, who I think is a really good actor. And from what I've heard, he seems like a good man as well. So there's that. The guy who played Bane, the Clooney Batman, Jeep Swenson, is dead. Really? I didn't know about that. Well, that stinks, but I think we can look. I understand that Tom Hardy wasn't completely faithful to the character in terms of comic book accuracy-wise, but in terms of his physical presence, his intimidation, intellectual intelligence, he gave Bane justice. As a matter of fact, for those who do not know, Bane is one of my favorite villains in the DC universe. I've always liked him. I've always liked Bane. Thoughts on Deadpool? He's an interesting character. But to me, how can I explain this? Deadpool is a mature rated Looney Tunes character. That's basically what Deadpool is. It's not like me taking a dump on the character. That's basically what he is to me. Okay? That's what the character's become. But honestly, if you would ask me what would I watch, Looney Tunes or Deadpool, I'd say Looney Tunes, but I have enjoyed the Deadpool movies. I did like the first two. Second one I liked more. Especially because with Josh Brolin as Cable, I thought Josh Brolin did an excellent job as Cable. What would your household top 3 favorite TV shows to watch together? We don't really watch a whole lot of TV together. My family and I, we kind of do our own thing.
Don't give too much of my personal information out.
I'm not.
I don't like being included in this. That's your thing to do.
But yeah, I remember though when I was growing up, we did watch Numbers. We did watch Numbers. We did watch Walker, Texas Ranger. And that was about it, really. But we didn't watch we haven't really watched a whole lot of TV shows together in years. Bane is a Jewish sub-terrorist, yes, but he's also stronger than Batman without the venom. That is very true. There was a video upload about this. There was an interesting point on account where Professor X read Deadpool's mind, then he became aware of the fourth wall. Amazing writing. That's one thing about Deadpool that a lot of people like about him, that he breaks the fourth wall. But funny enough, She-Hulk, according to my memory, was the first Marvel character to break the fourth wall. And I know a lot of people I was extremely disappointed with the She-Hulk Disney Plus series. But I think the actress that played Tatiana Maslany, I think, tried her best with the character. I think she mostly did some good things with the character. But personally, when I think of She-Hulk, I think of Lisa Zane, the individual that voiced her in season 1 of the 1996 Incredible Hulk animated series. I hope I said that correctly. Pardon me if I spoke too fast. I had a feeling you were going to say this, big fella. Why am I not surprised?
I will.
Yeah. Buddy. With the incredible. It's not frightening. Maybe you can help me, Charles. Where does Deadpool's foot messing with Spider-Man come from? I have no idea. I never really gotten that far with their relationship, but I do know they become, in most aspects, in most ways, very close friends. Oh God, big fella, you are a riot. Are Deathstroke, Deadshot different characters? Yes. Deathstroke. My mother, funny, when we were watching Deadpool 2 on television, she thought Deadpool was a ripoff of Spider-Man, but I'm like, no. Deadpool, if you look at Deadpool's name, his name is Wade Wilson. Well, Deathstroke's name is Slade Wilson. When Rob Liefeld, who's arguably one of the most controversial comic book creators of all time, created the character, he wanted to make it as if they were related, but they're not related. They're very similar characters, but they're not. Deadpool is more of a spin-off or parody of Deathstroke the Terminator. Personally, I'm a bigger fan of Deathstroke than I am of Deadpool, but Deadshot's pretty badass too. Deadshot's a guy with the gauntlet, with the machine gun gauntlets on his hands, with his wrists. But Deadshot's a pretty cool character. If you want to know my thoughts on Will Smith's portrayal of the character in the first Suicide Squad movie, I thought he did a good job. I thought he tried his best with the character. Granted, the first Suicide Squad wasn't a very good film in my opinion, but I thought, why is Rob Liefeld controversial? Because some of the things he said and did, I don't know exactly what he said and did, but I know he's very controversial. That I do know. I know there are people who like Rob Liefeld, which is great, and I know there are those who don't like Rob Liefeld. A lot of people think he's not a good artist. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Did you use the turnpike? No. You shouldn't be. You know, you got the new thing. You can see the thing.
Yeah, the first Suicide Squad was not very good, but if you haven't seen the second Suicide Squad, which was directed by James Gunn, that was fantastic, in my opinion. Like, the first Suicide Squad, yeah, that was terrible. But the most recent one that was given to us back in 2021, that was directed by James Gunn, which starred John Cena, Idris Elba, Sylvester Stallone as the voice of King Shark, that shit was off the chain. That, to me, in my opinion, is probably the best DC Comics movie we have gotten in. I mean, that, to me, is so far the best DC Cinematic Universe film we have gotten to date. That, of course, is just my opinion. Good to know. Thank you, Boomtown. Yeah, I have a question. Since Young Justice made, well, actually, they kind of made Aqualad bisexual, but whatever. Is it safe to assume Jimmy Mills as well because they didn't want to say it back in the day? I wouldn't say they made Aqualad gay. They kind of made him bisexual because there was a girl he was in love with. I think her name was Tula, but she was in love with somebody else, so they kind of made him bisexual. But that's none of my business. No, Jimmy Olsen's not gay. I'm being totally serious, but even if he was, who the hell cares? He's one of Superman's best supporting characters. Did you like the actor who played that played Joker in those movies? Which ones? Jared Leto? No, I did not. I always got the gay vibe from Jimmy Olsen. What? Okay, well, it is what it is, man. I don't know what else to tell you. Suicide Squad. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Jerry, I didn't like him. What did you think of the new Joker movie? I loved it. I thought Joaquin Phoenix did a great job. Oh, let me bring up my camera because I think my mother. Oh, she's not done yet. I really loved it. Joaquin Phoenix delivered a great performance. Can't wait for the sequel with Lady Gaga. Can't wait for it. Big fella. Thoughts on Bizarro? I love Bizarro. He was one of my favorite characters growing up. Hold on 1 second. Bizarro, though, is not really a villain. He's really more of a foil. So, I mean, when I think of a villain, I think of like a really legitimate bad person. And Bizarro really isn't a legitimately bad person. He just has his thinking process wrong. You expressed, even though it is a musical, you're still looking forward to the Jack. Yes, I am. I personally like musicals. I like music. One of my favorite movies of all time is Grease. It's a musical. I love it to this day. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. I'll be using the restroom.
There's all your baby things.
What did you say?
You got a client.
You got a client?
When they go for a while,
Over the side. Well, what are these things in these?
These are your, want to see your baptismal outfits when you were a baby? Your little
Why are you
tuxedo.
still holding on to those for?
Because it's got a sentimental value. It's a little tuxedo.
I can see pictures or something.
I do have pictures too.
Mom, did you get the picture I sent you?
Yes, and you don't send me anything like, what is it? I think it should come with names to me. Let me see if I'm right.
What is it, Mom?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm gonna throw this out. Look at this. Look at this. I'm gonna throw this out.
Oh, wow. Oh, it's definitely yellow.
Yeah. This is really, I don't know what this is.
Wow.
Don't do that. I don't know what this is that. I didn't make a shit.
Right.
It's not why you understand, Mom. No. Oh, here it is. I don't know who's this to though. I didn't label it.
You know where we're getting it from. You got that business. That's Tom Charles.
It might have been food. Let me see.
Oh, man.
Yeah. People keep it for generation to generation.
No, I would.
Oh shit. My apologies.
They attack some boys or in girls whole roads.
Have you been on the Joker roller coaster? I've never really gone to Six Flags. I'm not a Six Flags person. I'm not a roller coaster person, so no. Bizarro's mentally challenged Superman, right? Yes and no. Hurts a testicle twister. Oh my god. Okay. Is an illegal alien.
Oh my God, it's the hanger on there too. I have to look at your pictures to know who's this who. I have your baptismal pictures. I have to like, well, I think you should-
Oh, baseball stuff.
If you look at it that way,
And these are the shawls that came with the things and.
Sure.
oh,
I don't know who came with this.
Oh, baby, sleeping.
You know that was in there, to be honest with you. Oh, your candles, your baptismal candles. This I have your names on.
Oh, dear Lord.
I have your names on that. That, yes, I'm almost, what I did, yes.
St. James Woodbridge. Edward Anthony Marchetti, Jim McLaughlin, and Kevin Glenn.
It's up to you. I have my wedding dress out there.
I think that's ridiculous. Unless you, I could see if you had a daughter, plan on having a daughter, you keep your wedding dress to give to her.
That's what she wants it. But I'm not counting those everything for her mother's.
You want to laugh? Within a month that they got engaged, Sammy already got her wedding dress a year in advance. You believe that?
Well, it was something she wanted, and that happens because, it's something she wanted, and she designed, you know what I'm saying? And she's not changing her mind about it. That's the dress she wants.
why yes and no?
Yeah.
I won't say he's mentally ill. Mentally ill is like, guys like insane or something. Bizarro's just doesn't really process things the way Superman does mentally. His logic is all wrong. Like, if you ever played Superman Returns, the video game, he goes, me destroy city, because me am hero. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he speaks like it, but he's not stupid. Like, he has a diminished intellect, but a lot of times he does know what he's doing. I hope that puts you in perspective. I won't be on camera because my mother. Bizarro's like Robert Saleh. Somewhat, yes, but Bizarro's cooler. Tell you that much. My opinion, try as you can. Bring in a middle like DJ chart that pushes Lazard. Or better comparison, Zach Wilson.
It sounds like he never did. People never changed.
Good one. I'm trying to think. But yeah, I really can't wait for James Gunn's Superman. I think James Gunn's a good director. And I know they got Rachel Brosnahan from The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel to play Lois Lane. I mean, she can't be worse than Kate Bosworth. I thought Kate Bosworth in Superman Returns sucked as Lois Lane. I was like, bitch, you ain't Lois. Get the fuck off my screen, please. If they would have brought in Kate Beckinsale for Superman Returns, that would have been great. That would have been fucking great. Trying to think. So, I'm not gonna ask my mom. I'm not gonna look, guys. I know you guys are want to know my mom's chicken soup, but I'm not gonna harass her about it today. Okay. I probably will when she decides to cook it, but I'll let you guys know. Okay. Thank you. I know I'm in the minority. No, that's not a bad opinion to have. I think he and Henry Cavill were screwed over as Superman. It's funny. He had an interview many years ago that after, a Superman Returns sequel was planned. But because even though Superman Returns made more money than Batman Begins, even though Batman Begins, in my opinion, is a far better movie, it didn't do well enough in the box office to Warner Brothers standards. So a more action-packed scene that was supposed to feature Bizarro, Brainiac, and the Parasite, supposedly, or I think even Metallo, I could be wrong. Anyway, when Warner Brothers canceled the potential sequel, Brandon Routh went into a state of depression. I'm not kidding. That actually happened. Does your mom know how much that recipe's in demand? Yeah, she don't care. She's not interested. I think I can't. You're the blue. Do you think Harry Osborn's a crackhead? It's funny enough, he was a drug addict in the comic books. And Peter had to put him in rehab. But no, I don't think he's a crackhead. I think he was overdosing on pills in the comic books and alcohol. I could be wrong. But let's just say there were some dark times in Spider-Man's life. Let me tell you that much. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't understand what you're saying. I think he's a crackhead. Well, I will say this. James Franco, I thought, did a great job as Harry Osborn in the Raimi trilogy. Sucked that he died in 3, but it is what it is. Well, and did you set the table? Is the character Hobgoblin a good character, or just a lack of new ideas? I think he's a good character. I actually like him more than the Green Goblin. I know. What the hell, right? Especially the Roderick Kingsley version. I've always liked the Hobgoblin, but honestly, when I think of the voice of the Hobgoblin, I think of Mark Hamill, who voiced the Jason Macendale version in the 1994 Spider-Man animated series. But I do like the Hobgoblin. I do think he's a good character. So, anyways, I'm about to have dinner now. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.
Yes. You're in the bathroom again? No, what happened? You got another